Hello again everyone, Deflect here, Firm but Fair Gaming. Wanted to bring you a video on Galactic Starfighter GSF in Swtor 7.0 because it is a great way to gear. It does give you purple drops if you are 326. Unfortunately, I've been getting multiples upon multiples of the same drop, so I'm missing two pieces, which sucks, but it is what it is. Basically, the GSF is just a starfighter. It's like a fighter plane game. It's really fun, but don't forget to pick up your missions from the terminal. You'll get two, so go to your terminal in the combat section and the combat training, and this is where you'll pick up your daily Galactic Starfighter and your weekly Galactic Starfighter. If you win both games, you'll finish the weekly. Win counts as 2, otherwise it will take you 4 games if you lose them all. You will be able to upgrade your gear also in the combat training section at the PvP gear upgrades. You can also purchase from the PvP vendor. So you can purchase all basic items at 316 and you will have to upgrade to 326. When you upgrade them, they will become purple. So even if you grab a 318 and upgrade it all the way, it will become purple. Now the basics for the Starfighter, you can go to the actual cargo bay or hold for your ships and you can see what ships you have. I've unlocked them all on this guy because I do a lot of Starfighter on this one. You can pick the ships you like. I usually run the FT-7B. It's just a ship I enjoy running. I have the rapid fire laser cannon, which I might upgrade to definitely upgrade the last part because I have a bunch of commendations, so I will run that. The secondary weapon, I'm running the proton torpedoes. I do like the proton torpedoes as my secondary. For the system, I like the remote slicing. That's what I'm running on this one. I do switch it up sometimes to combat command, but or the repair probes, but I usually run remote slicing on this guy. The shields, definitely upgrade your shields. It just makes you tankier, and that is, you know, basically what you want to be. Basically your drives will also increase your speed and how long you can go faster for. And then coming down to your armor, again, it just reinforces your armor, increase your damage with the damage capacitor, or you can do the range capacitor if you want a little more range. The reactor, this will shield power capacity, so it'll be plus 20%, and you can upgrade this as well. And your sensors for communication range, so you can see how far they're out, and you can fully upgrade that too. So don't forget to upgrade it because upgrading your ship definitely is a big part of it. As flying around in basic ships, you can get destroyed pretty quick. There are 4 different types of ship: strike fighter, the scout, the bomber, and the gunship. The gunship is like a aerial sniper, I guess. It has a scope. You can zoom in and fire a big blasting laser beam at people. The bomber is able to lay mines, so if you're defending, this is actually very useful, as there's 2 types of games in this. It will be a team deathmatch, a race to 50, or you will get an area that you need to take 3 areas, A, B, and C. It's like a domination type thing. So I'll queue up here and I will go into a game just to show you. And the scouts are a more nimble, quick fighter. Not as tanky as a strike fighter, but it is quick and nimble and, you know, a lot quicker. So if you want to play what you want to play, you just want to get used to. Basically, keep playing something that you enjoy. You can switch it up during the game. You don't have to stick to one for the whole game. And usually under your conquest, it will be different things. For the GSF, you'll actually have a lot where under the conquest objectives, it will be fly different planes and pilot different planes throughout it. You can see bomber, pilot, and gunfighter, and they get you quite a bit of conquest points. But I usually stick with the striker fighter. As I don't know, it's one of my favorite. It's pretty easy to play. It has missiles and it has lock-ons, and you know, it's pretty quick and nimble. It's not the fastest, but it's not the slowest. It's really just your average ship. It's basically everything combined into one. It can't lay mines or snipe, but it can do other things very well. So when you're in the load screen, you can actually see the different fighters you can pick. You can see what your teammates have picked. You can see what the opposition has picked. So I usually pick my FT-7B, but you can pick your other fighter. I have a bomber or a gunship, and you can set up which ones you have in your bottom tray when you start. When you get into the game, you can see in the bottom right, there's a map that says CBA. That just means we're in the Domination Match. And this is going to be a take the area domination game. And out of all three, you want to stick together. Definitely you can see where all the enemies are coming in. But you want to stick together because single people and single planes are easier to pick off versus being in a group. So you want to kind of swarm versus being in a group. And you want to use your engines, but you do not want to go in. If you see the purple bar going up on the right-hand side, that's my engines. And you do not want to be empty when you get here because the enemies will be able to lock on and you won't be able to evade. So to change your target, if you have the basics set up and you haven't changed anything, it is tab targeting. And you can see by holding the right mouse button, I'm locking on. I just locked on and fired at someone. And then you want to use your guns, your lasers like that as your left mouse button. Unfortunately, right now, they're swarming B pretty hard, and we're getting outnumbered here. But you can pitch and roll, and you want to stay in and out and around other aircraft so you can kind of evade some of the missiles and missile lock. Unfortunately, I am pretty heavily damaged here, so it's not going to work very well. I'm going to probably lose this one. And to evade missile lock, your number 3 will be your evade, I guess. And as soon as you lock on, you want to release. You don't want to hang on much after it is locked on because you want to fire before they get behind something. They can lose that lock. So he's going to evade this one because he got behind the tower. But you keep locking on, fire, and unfortunately he got me that time, but I was able to hit him, so he is pretty damaged. Again, every time you die, you can select a different ship. I'm going to stick with my fighter because, hey, I like my fighter. Don't get too discouraged in this, though, because there is some really, really good pilots out there who fly these very well and are very good at the game. And you can see in the map in the middle which targets have a lot of enemies at them and which don't. So if you go as a group and you want to push one to try and take over one, that's always a good idea. As you can see, we have a lot of people, or we did have a lot of people going to C. Unfortunately, they have died by the time they got there. And they have a lot of pilots going to C. So if we go, or to B. So if we go to C, unfortunately, it's only now me and another person because the rest behind is tailed off. But you do want to stick together as much as you can. And lock on from as far away as you can. Keep locking on and release. You're able to get people down. And then don't forget to switch targets so you can get on another target before you get there. There was a guy underneath there, but I can't really get after him too easily. So you'll want to bank around and get back. Now you can see on the left my shield bar, or sorry, my weapons bar is the gold one. And when that's empty, you can't fire your phasers anymore. It will recharge, but you won't be able to. And I have a missile lock on me, so I'm gonna try and bank. Not into that. I wanted to go on the other side and I didn't wait long enough. You gotta be very careful with the surroundings if you are using the 90-degree bank, that's for sure. And we are getting dominated in this one pretty good. We do need to take A and C to get back into this, or A and B. We need to take 2 to get back in. I'm out of engine, so I'm going to coast in until I get a little closer, because I don't want to go in there without full engines. Or at least half engines. Now they are hiding behind the panels in there, so remember to keep tab targeting if you want to get the guys outside. And as soon as you get it, release. Because you want to be able to lock on and release as quick as you can. And you want to aim for the area where the gray is. You'll see when I get closer to actually lock on with the guns that it will be a better lock. And you can see aim for the red one because that will get you into where he's flying. And you want to bank and roll with them. Now, luckily, my teammate was able to help out and we were able to get that one, but we are being dominated right now against a pretty good team. So, yeah, this is basically the intro to it. Lock on, don't forget there will be defense turrets, and they will do a lot of damage if you're near them. So, watch out for the defense turrets on the domination section of them. I'm kind of flying into no man's land, so I want to turn around and get back into where we're going at sea. And then as far as weight, mine are, 10,000 meter range. You want to lock on to 10,000 meters and try and get them from a distance. You can see they've got a gunship up in the back. And you want to get those destroyed because they do a lot of damage. But don't forget, don't target just one enemy because some will come up behind you and you gotta watch out in the air for other ones. I was able to lock on just before, so I was able to get a lock before and then dive away in time. So remember to try and lock on as quick as you can to targets. As you can see, we're getting a lock. Once it's locked, release as quick as you can and it does hit.
Nice one.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the basics to it. Just get comfortable with playing. That's going to be the biggest thing, is get comfortable with the ship you like. Try them all out, try different ones, and then get one you like and then just upgrade it so that way you can have a better missile lock and better everything on it. And if I get in range, I can actually lock him with my slice, so now he can't pilot away, which is why I use a slice. I'm getting missile locked though, so